Take one very determined high schooler, add 1 cup of curiosity, 2 scoops of baking experience, and just a little pinch of trust in God, and what do you get? Edible Blessings by Natalie Owens. Now a senior at Jacksonville High School, entrepreneur Natalie Owens has been baking since she was just 8 years old. At age 12, she decided to take it one step further and create her very own business.
I started baking when I was about 8 years old. Well, I started cooking then, and then when I became 12, I started officially baking, and I started the business, I think when I was 11, and we started selling cookies after church, you know, these thin, nasty little oatmeal cranberry cookies, but people still bought them because they were like, you know, nice little entrepreneur girl, that's so sweet. And now it's like, you know, much better cookies, I promise you that. I decided to do cakes and things, not only cookies. I do cakes, cupcakes, specialty cakes, pies, desserts, pretty much anything anybody asks me. They say, Natalie, do you know how to do this? And I say, if I don't know how, I will figure it out. And I just kind of got started doing that. I believe it's a divine intervention from the Lord, you know, because this is something that came natural to me. I really think that, and so now it's more like, okay, well, now that I've got this gift, I want to use it, and so I plan on doing this forever and, you know, being successful at it, so.
Not only does she have her own business, but she also interns at Mad Hatter Cakes, one of the few specialty cake shops in the area.
She had volunteered. She said, please, please, you know, I will volunteer. I love baking. That's my passion. If you'll just let me, you know, come in, I'll do whatever you need me to do. So finally, there came a time, I can't remember what the first thing was. I think it was a wedding that was going to be really big, and I knew I was going to need some help with it. And I said, all right, Natalie, you know, if you're willing to come in, you know, I'll put you to work. So she came in, and it's absolutely her passion. She's very good at what she does. She's, you know, does very good at observing and learning, just like that. She picks it up right away. A really sweet attitude, just excellent worker. Could not ask for better.
That's the main goal, is to own my bakery. In this little small town that's never had a bakery before, they're gonna come and flock by the thousands and come and get fresh donuts and pastries every morning at 5 o'clock before they go to work. That's so true. I would love to see that happen. And like birthday cakes and stuff that I do now, but on like a much larger scale, and have employees that have the same passion as I do. And I know Sweet Jesus will send me some employees, hopefully, because I know what it's like to bake alone, and if I have a business like that, Lord knows I'm going to need some help.
We love Natalie's Edible Blessings.
From specialty cakes to cookies for her English class, Natalie has made a wide variety of baked goods. One of the most challenging cakes so far has been a Marines cake she made for a member of her church.
So when I first started baking, nobody taught me how to bake. It was legit, and I came natural, or I just made a whole bunch of mistakes and learned from them. And then people started asking me, could I bake certain things? And I'd say, well, I'll figure it out. And when I try to figure it out, it'd be, okay, YouTube and cookbooks, and asking my brother-in-law. He's a chef, but he doesn't do much pastry, but he took, you know, a class, and ask him whatever I could get from him. And just watching people. I love Food Network. Would watch that all the time and pay extra attention to everything they did, and then go and try it out. And so when I saw lots of different specialty cakes, and, you know, I wanted to try that, but I don't ever really bake anything unless I have like somebody ask me to. So I would really like for people to just ask me to do random things, because that would give me an opportunity to try something new. And one day, this one lady that goes to my church, she's a big supporter of Edible Blessings, and she was like, I don't know if you can do it, but I want to, one of our church members graduated from the Marines, and she wanted to give him a Marine cake, like a personal Marine cake. And she's asked me, could I do it with fondant, which is something that I haven't really worked with much. I tried it one time and it went terribly wrong, but she asked me if I could do it, and I was like, I don't know, but I'll figure it out, you know. And so I went online, looked up how to use fondant, how to decorate, how to color fondant. I ended up making the fondant and coloring it, and looked at the seal of the Marine, because that was the plan, was to make a replica of the seal.
Well, I'm a member of Living by Faith Ministries, and Natalie is one of my friends and a young entrepreneur. My son had just got accepted into the Marine Corps, and she made this wonderful Marine cake. I mean, depicted every detail on the cake that emphasizes the emblem of a Marine.
In the next few years, Natalie hopes to grow her business by leaps and bounds. She also plans to further pursue her culinary dreams.
I remember reading a little thing I wrote when I was like 8 years old, and it said, "My name is Natalie Owens. I'm 8 years old and I'm going to school at the Culinard." I didn't know what that was or where it was for that matter, but I knew I wanted to go to the Culinard, and there's a lot of different places with Culinar in it, so it's easy to, whichever one doesn't matter to me.
To order one of her many edible blessings for yourself, email her at nato.eb@gmail.com or call 256-405-5327. Think you or someone you know has what it takes to be the next untypical teen? Email us at mcdorkeyproductions@gmail.com today.